Good evening. Welcome to the press conference after the BKT EuroCup round 18 game between Twinsbet Vilnius and Budućnost VOLI Podgorica. We will start with the head coach of Budućnost VOLI Podgorica, Mr. Andrej Žakelis. So, coach, please, your comment about the game.
Good evening. First, congrats to the home team. I think they deserve the win. They were better from the start, yeah. So I think that we entered the game too soft. We allowed them to score some shots, and then it's hard to get back after the team is so relaxed in offense. And this is mainly because of our defense, which was not tough enough. We were too slow, not enough aggressive. And second half we tried with different options to come back. I think we showed on the end some minutes of good basketball, better defense, let's say, but not enough here for this good team of Wolves. And again, congrats to them on the win.
What were the reasons of that soft start?
Okay, it's hard now to know because all of the players were like this, not one or two. Yeah? And okay, the rhythm is really hard, but this is for everybody. Yeah? It was a long travel for us, and we were not fresh. For sure, we were not fresh, but we cannot look for excuses. You have to die for every ball, run, talk, make foul on the end. But we will analyze and talk and see what were the main reasons.
Rashid Soloimodo had a little problem with his ankle. Is he okay?
I don't know if he's okay. I think he is. I put him in on the end back in the game. Yeah, this stuff is part of the game. Everybody gets some hit or something during the game. So we will see now when everything cools down.
Questions? Thank you, coach.
Thank you.
We continue our press conference. The head coach of BC Wolves Twinsbet Vilnius, Mr. Alessandro Magro. Coach, your comment about the game.
Thank you. I mean, what to say is a special night for everybody, for the organization, for the club, for the invisible and visible team that is working hard from August 10 to try to set the kind of standards. You know, everybody really is working hard to try to give to my players the chance to have a well-organized organization and club. And I think that they deserve this win more than anybody else. It's a new club with great ambition, and once again, it's a journey. You know, we started really slowly to try to know each other. We had an amazing period in EuroCup at the end of the first round. Then we struggled again, and I think that the game we played in the last 3 rounds to try to achieve this goal is what we would like to see every night. Unfortunately, you are following us even in a domestic league, and it's easy to see, especially in the last period, that we had completely different phases, but we were completely locked in mentally, physically, in order of details, physicality, focus. Everybody to try to achieve this goal that means a lot for everybody. So I'm just happy to be here to represent everybody. But this is a kind of win that is just a win. Now, you know, let's see. Only the sky is the limit. Let's keep dreaming big. But I think that what we made tonight in order of statement for ourselves, just for ourselves, is something that we have to keep in mind. And I'm proud of my players, and I'm proud to be here to represent the club.
Questions, please.
Coach, Budućnost Podgorica is one of the hottest teams in Europe. Was one of the hottest teams in Europe before you beat them. What it says about the Wolves, who beat the Budućnost so confidently, and you had 20-point lead, and it wasn't a question who is going to win after 2.5 quarters?
That's a great question. I mean, they were playing unbelievably until now. I mean, watching their game, having the advanced scouting, offense, defense, sharing the ball, everybody can score. They are first by far in ABA League, beating Partizan, losing just by 2 points against Crvena Zvezda. You know, they are really they play really good. In the last EuroCup games, they played amazing. The question, in my opinion, is in order of really understanding the kind of potential we can have. Sometimes we look really bad. Sometimes we look really good. And, you know, it's a kind of roller coaster, our season. Probably it's not the first time I tell you that one of our probably biggest problem is to be consistent. Not just game by game, but even inside the game. But once again, what we did in the last 3 games has to give us the confidence that that's the level that we can compete. And we not just achieved the EuroCup playoff, but we won 10 games. There is another record for this club, and we beat Barcelona twice, Hapoel Tel Aviv, Gran Canaria twice, Trento twice. Guys, Trento is killing the Italian league. You know, we can win and lose against everybody. But if that's the level of the focus we put on the court and the effort we put on the court and the unselfishness we put on the court, we can really dream big. And that's what I would like. If you remember, guys, at the early beginning, I say I wish to ourselves to suck sometimes. We did, absolutely. But we were able to bounce back every time. So I'm really, once again, proud of this team.
Coach, talking about that sucking, what you went through, what the bad times, good times, but what you went through as a team to reach that playoff spot, because it was the loss against Juventus, it was a loss against the chat, like the conversation with the team after the loss against Juventus, it was a loss against Neptūnas in the away game. So what
in Sopot.
In Sopot, here. what you went through as a team and how you grow to that big. What you're.
I mean, not
now.
just to use bad words like before, but guys, basketball is amazing. Basketball is amazing, and sometimes you can find comparison with the regular life. You can decide to be average every time. Don't take risk to be average, and just to survive. Or you can decide to try to shine somehow. But it's a journey. You cannot do it everything immediately. Rome wasn't built in a day. You have to work, and if you bounce back better and bigger than before, you have to be slammed in your face like we did, like you mentioned it. Juventus, Neptuna, Sopot, Liaktabelis last game, where we didn't play with any kind of effort and fire, and we don't deserve it. We would like to have the same, but that's human being. We would like to be ready and prepared for those 3 finals, and we won those 3 finals, and it's not for granted. The point is, I wouldn't want to teach anything to anybody, but really in life, you need something that give you the chance to stop and have a talk like we had, and looking honestly in the eyes of your teammates and say, hey, who we want to be, what we want to do. Or we can decide to be average. And I hate to be, probably I don't hate anything in my life but being average.
Coach, you mentioned that the slow start of the season for Wolves, and it was also pretty slow start for Matas Jogela, but now we see him shining, like in the first half today, 6 from 7 threes, 18 points. How did you see him developing through the season?
First of all, if you talk about the club, you know that my history is pretty clear. I'm not a easy and good start coach. We need time, we need to try, to fail, to figure out how to build the chemistry. I never had a good start in my life, despite what happened in the end. I'm not a sprinter coach. And on the same hand, Matas Jogela performance at the beginning, it's my responsibility. It's my fault. I mean, we were, you figure out something in your mind in order of how to build a team with obviously the amazing supporting cast we have, starting from Donatas and the scout. We built this team, and we had an idea, and I had an idea with the assistant coaches how to use those players. But then once you arrive on the court, you have to find the chemistry, the rotation, the touches, the possessions, the responsibilities, the shape of the players. So obviously he's playing now because he's in confidence. And making shot is not just abilities or skills. It's even mental part, confidence, courage, be brave to take those shots. But at the beginning he was a bit not involved just because of me, but the potential was there, is there, and I think that he can even improve more and more, and I wish for him.
Yeah, and Coach, those games like today, do or die games, it's almost every time about the mentality, about the character of the team, and you started really well, and I just wondered, what did you do before the game? Was it the speech? Was it watching inspirational videos or something? What did you do before?
We did something. I mean, don't forget I'm Italian, but even guys, the people from the office made a present to the team to create an amazing video, motivational video for them with their footage, clip from the game we already played. It was amazing, really, an amazing present, and they deserve it. That's the reason why I say they deserve it as well, this win, also for the job and the time they spent to try to support us, to motivate us. From my side, I mean, you know that at the end of a season, only one win. That doesn't mean that all the others did a bad job. What I wish to myself and the people that I love and I love my players, don't have regrets. So if you have a game where you don't give everything you got in your tank and you lose, you have regrets. We gave everything. Fortunately, it was enough to win and lead the team and lead the game with those kind of gap. But I think that we were really locked in. And once again, we have talent. We are not probably the best defensive team of Europe. We won't be, I promise you. I mean, we won't be the best. But we try to be better. We try to be better, but we have tons of talent, and if we have the will to try to do it together, I know that many times those quotes, everybody can say that. But one thing is talking about that, one thing is doing on the court. And what we did tonight was something that really we have to keep in mind if we want to keep pushing, because it's till February 5th. We didn't win anything. But it's a huge step for us.
So how far Wolves can go in playoffs?
In playoff, I think do or die game, we already proved it. If we had the feeling that we couldn't be ready for do or die game, the last 3 games were almost do or die game, 3 finals, and we won all the 3, even on the road. I think that we proved to ourselves that we can win on the road. I don't know about the other results, so I don't know anything about positioning, if we play home, if we play on the road. But to be honest, what I care is about us. Every time. Doesn't matter who we face. Doesn't matter the opponent. I think that if we are this kind of team, if we approach every game like this, to be honest, I don't care. I would like to obviously to play at home just to reward you that are following us every time, the fans, and it's amazing environment, and game by game is every time better and better. So I think it's for everybody. It doesn't matter if you are being Lithuanian and supporting Lithuanian basketball. I think that's everybody would appreciate and has to appreciate what is happening in this arena, But I think that we can play our chances and try to see if we can go as far as possible.
Are there any bonuses for this achievement for the team?
At least beers. We have beers waiting for me. I hope are for free.
How much?
No, the expensive beers.
How much deals? How many deals?
1. We play against Ritas. It depends if somebody get drunk seriously tonight. So probably at least 1.
Firstly, congratulations again, Coach, with the victory tonight, getting to the EuroCup playoffs. You already talked about others, like players, the administration. How happy are you for them? But is this the biggest victory of your coaching career and looking at your whole life and being as a head coach?
It's a very important step. Obviously, it's not a trophy. In Brescia, I won for the first time in the Brescia career the trophy, and there is another one to play in 10 days. So I would like to repeat it. Because, when you leave your name over something that will stay forever, and if you are the pioneer as a special juice, so why not trying, But if I have to say something, I would like that my father was here to see that. My father passed away June 19th. He was an important person for myself. He would have been loved to watch this night. So that's an important game for many reasons, even off the court.
Did you dedicate this victory to him?
To him and the people that love me and support me every day. He's a kind of, sometimes we used to say it's the best job of the world, but sometimes you are alone. Fortunately, I don't feel alone. Thanks, the person are close to me. So I want to dedicate this victory to everybody can support me doing that, because at the end of the day, guys, if you think about a human being, if you win something and you have nobody to share with, who cares? Let's find somebody to share the good and the bad of your life.
Coach, you gave a lot of credit to a lot of people today, but do you take some credit for yourself? You beat the team that lost only 1 game during the last 14 games they played, and it was against the best team in the group in EuroCup. Are you proud of your tactics and your performance as a coach for this game?
I'm proud for my assistant coaches that helped me a lot during that, every time. I'm a kind of coach that watch games and support, but I'm really, really happy to have this coaching staff with me to help me even to lead during the game. And to be honest, I'm a kind of person that I'm more pissed about myself when I'm sure that I didn't everything I should 100% to win games once we lost. When you win, you are happy, but sharing is a great, great, great medicine to fuel the organization. It's not me. I'm just proud to be the coach of BC Wolves, and I would love to be the coach of BC Wolves on this kind of stepping up. Let's see if we are able to do it.
You mentioned that this is important victory, but not a trophy. Two, maybe three big games coming in next 2 weeks. Are you afraid that team and players, maybe yourself, can take a bit too much celebration out of this victory that could deteriorate your performance later?
I tell you something that, I don't know if you want to write it or not. We had 5 games before Žalgiris, before FIBA break. And I say, let us win 3 out of 5. You can understand. We already lost 1. That is one of the 2 we could lose. There is another one that obviously is the Vilnius derby, Ritas, whatever. We will be ready for that game, but then it's a trophy. And I want to see a team ready to perform. Because, tonight everybody is happy. But if you are going to lose against Budućnost, that is a kind of tricky game, against a very talented team that already beat us once. But everybody thinks, okay, you have to respect everybody, play every game, be ready. Obviously, once we will talk about KMT, the price of the night is like tonight. Do or die game, and try to, one step at a time, try to be serious next game, to be ready to play against Budućnost, be really serious, like a final, and then let's see if we will deserve to play the final. And once it's the final, once you're there, why don't try?
Minnatas went for the rebound in the second quarter, and he grabbed on his hip. I don't know which area was it, but could you just give an update what happened?
We will see tomorrow. For sure, tomorrow he will make a check about, I think, a kind of back problem or something. I hope it's nothing serious, because he's a very important player for us in the locker room and on the court.
Hopefully, probably the last question, Coach. You already a little bit talked about Matas Jogėla, but there's an upcoming FIBA window. What do you think? Does he deserve a spot in that Lithuanian national team roster, who basically has a spot in the Eurobasket?
Obviously, I respect the job of my colleagues. So everything is the call of the roster. I respecting that. Every coach has his own idea about players and system that they want to play. For sure, I think that we have players going towards helping even or supporting Lithuanian Federation or Lithuanian in order of basketball movement for the national team, showing that Marek Blažević is playing great basketball. Chris, that was already in the roster, is really, really solid player, and even Matas. So those 3 players that are now having more minutes in our rotation are playing quite good basketball. But once I say that, because I told you, I'm a bit sometimes disappointed, but I'm disappointed because I really love my players. So I would like that they can shine in every situation, even with wearing the jersey of your country. I know which kind of proud can be wearing the Lithuanian national team jersey as a Lithuanian.
More questions? Thank you, Coach.
Ačiū labai, guys. Ačiū labai. Enjoy your night. I will enjoy mine.